Oh yeah, I appreciate it. I was a self-taught musician, grew up down south playing, Confunction, Parliament Funkadelic, Prince, and Rick James, all type of funk music. When I came to LA, it was like, you know, the funk is what was in out here, so I fell right into what was going on, and that's how we did it. They called it funk out here. They call it West Coast. Down south, we called it the funk, you know, and that's how it happened. It just kept the funk going.
So when you came to LA, you used to be a part of a band.
Oh yeah.
I mean, your band was Laced. What was the name of your band?
Well, when we came out here, we had a group called Onyx back in the day before the rap group Onyx came out. Me, Shock G, Ray Chevis from For Example that was signed, the MCA, Goldie Gillespie, June, and Reggie was on drums. We had the group going. We used to do KA's concerts in the park and put everything together like that and get out there. And we had Prince type of impersonation type thing going on. Ray was real tight, close to Prince. He had that look and he would do his thing. And we backed him up, and we had it going on for a minute, but we were still at that time making what, $50, $100 a night. That wasn't it.
That's paying dues.
Yeah,
Paying dues,
having fun.
Well, I actually got to see footage of the band Onyx.
Yeah.
And y'all was laced, outfits, hair, everything.
Oh yeah,
music.
We put it together. Back then, you had to put on a show when you went out.
Right, killing it
like it is now.
So how did that relationships that you made there? Because you mentioned Shock G, another world-renowned artist, Humpty Hump, Tupac, on down, right?
Oh yeah.
So when people were recognizing your master guitar playing, because at the time you were just learning your craft, but you were a master already, and people gravitated towards you, right? So when did you figure out that even though you're in a band and you're making small pay, but you needed to break away and become an international producer? How did that first come into your head that that's what you wanted to do?
Well, you're talking about the small pay or whatever, rent had to be paid, so yeah, just pay more money first of all, And so the studio was more stable because we didn't have to move around and go and do gigs all the time, and the studio was more stable. You can charge an hourly rate rather than rehearsing all the time and then go do a little gig or something like that and get paid. The studio was more consistent pay. So, and doing music, it all went together, and that's how I started the studio. And like I said, Shock G was one of the first ones that even came to my studio. Him and Jody and Goldie Gillespie. Some of the first guys came to the original Black Hole back in 1984.
1984. What a lot of people know is they're from the town, then they understand that you work with Watts, Compton, LA, Hawthorne, everybody, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, San Diego, wherever, New York. You work with everybody.
Oh yeah.
But in your earlier days, can you tell me about, for one, the 16 track reel to reel, the automation, and the SB 1200?
But who was I working with around that time?
Was you also the